Alright, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrubby here, back again with another video. Today I've got a story about this dude's insane mom that ended up screaming at me and my friends on Xbox for a reason I'm still not too sure of. I figured it would make a fantastic story time, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. So, yeah, without further ado, let's go.
I'm getting quiet now. Laying low when you reach zone, piping down. Making out, take the break.
Alright, so like I said, the story times takes place back when I was in middle school. It was actually the summer between like 8th and 9th grade. So I guess I wasn't in middle school, but you know, that kind of in-between time. And me and the boys had gotten really into Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 at the time. It wasn't like the newest Call of Duty, but it was the one that, you know, we were playing the most. And it's my personal favorite COD of all time. But we were just total nerds, basically no-lifing the game. And, you know, we thought we were pretty good. And we were like, hey, dude, what if we tried to play competitively? That's just what happened, you know, when you're playing video games all the time and you're not bad, you're like, dude, we might be able to make some money at this, we could go pro, you know? And obviously, like, this is around the same time that we're all still like, yeah, I'm gonna play in the NBA and MLB one day, that's just the way it's gonna go. Like, you know, we basically thought that if we tried to take video games seriously, we would end up in a Disney movie where, like, we ended up at the Anaheim Ducks Stadium cheering and winning the Stanley Cup, and they're like, wait, you're gamers, and we're like, yeah, but this is just how life goes, it's a movie, right? You know, anyways, we ended up signing up for this thing called Game Battles, which was basically like competitive Call of Duty before competitive Call of Duty. You would go on the website, get a match with another team, play each other. Obviously, you'd have win-loss ratios. And, you know, it was very cool because sometimes you could wager money on the games if you wanted. And we're not talking a lot of money at all. Most of them were very small amounts. But, like, as a broke 8th grader, I thought winning any amount of money playing video games was the coolest thing ever. So me and my friends started to, like, talk about it. And so you needed 4 people at the time to play on a team, and myself and 2 of my friends are taking it pretty seriously, like cringe-inducing levels of serious. I want y'all to know I'm cringing at my past self for my actions, but like me and 2 of my friends wanted to, like, you know, have practice times, have strategies. Like, it's insanely nerdy. It's not something I love to admit, but that being said, I just don't like to lose, even if it's a Call of Duty competition. Like, if I sign up for something, you know, I'm like, all right, well, we gotta practice, you know, like, I don't want to get destroyed. Regardless, there was 4 people in our group, and the last person in our little squad, you know, he wanted to take it seriously and play game battles, but it just wasn't working because his mom was always getting in the way of us practicing and playing. And listen, like I said, it's kind of cringe we had practices, but everybody was down because we wanted to get good. Like, it was something that we all agreed upon. It just so happened that his mom was like acting like the gamer police who was just always around trying to get in the way of everything. You know, obviously we were kids, we understood that our parents were in charge. When I say his mom was getting in the way though, I mean like his mom, one, demanded that he play without headphones, which if you've ever played like on Xbox or PlayStation with somebody using their speaker as a television, it's one of the worst sounding things ever, bro. It sucks. He had to use a Connect mic with TV speakers. It was horrible because she didn't trust him to wear headphones. And on top of that, his mom would sit outside and listen to the conversation. So like we couldn't swear or get mad at the game because if we did, she would come into the room and yell at us. And I'm not saying that like I had to curse every 2 seconds, you know, but for example, who loves listening to speaker echo and then having like just the knowledge that their friend's mom is also listening to everything in party chat? I wasn't even saying anything bad. It's just like, bro, why is your mom sitting in a folding chair in the hallway listening to the television speaker and coming in and yelling at me if I get too excited at the game? You know, and on top of that, like, if you've ever been in an Xbox party chat, like, it's just not something that you would want your mom sitting there listening to, you know? No one's stoked on any parent spying on their conversations. I wouldn't want my dad listening in. Just in general, if anyone's parent was just sitting outside listening to every conversation I had, I would find it weird. But on top of it, like, if we got too heated, that's what she would always say when we were playing competitively or something, she would also get mad. Which, like, just happens, you know? Listen, I'm not saying that, like, anyone should be screaming at a TV or breaking anything over video games. That's ridiculous. But this is literally an example that popped into my head, right? So like everyone's been in a close game, you get shot from somewhere you're not expecting, so you like kind of yell the call out. You know, someone shoots you from behind, oh, behind, like that, right? Like that level of excitement, yelling it a little bit. She would storm into the room if you did that and be like, you are screaming too much at this video game, you're getting too heated. And you're like, I'm not even mad, I just didn't know he was behind me and like got caught up in the moment trying to help my team, you know? know? But just imagine every time that happens, having to explain yourself to someone's mom that's like not your mom. You don't know why she's listening. It's just like, ugh. And after a while of that, everybody was not too stoked on this arrangement. We really liked our teammate. We liked playing with him, but it was just getting to the point where we were annoyed to have his mom listening and interrupting. The constant speaker feedback wasn't great. And on top of it, you know, like sometimes if we were getting too heated during practice or during a game, she would just like make him get off, so we'd have to finish a person down. And like, you know, sometimes money's on the line. So if one of your friends is just leaving the competitive game because his mom got mad, like you're missing out on your money. So we all kind of had a talk, and one day we hop into the Xbox party with him and we're like, look, bro, no offense, but we really can't keep you on the team if we're going to keep playing for money, you know, because your mom's always spying on us and the noise is making us play way worse. So unless you get a headset, we just can't really play with you. And we really didn't want to stop playing with him. And we didn't want to stop playing with him so bad that we told him that everybody else on the team, all three of us, had like put $20 together and we were going to buy him a headset. Like that's how much we were like, bro, we really like hanging out with you. We like you. But this whole like, you know, mom listening to every conversation, having to listen to speaker feedback isn't going to work. You know, we will buy you a headset, but like this just kind of sucks and it's not being very swag for anyone involved. And of course, as we're in the middle of saying all of this, dude, his mom like bursts into the room. You can hear the anger and the way the door opened, bro. Like you heard the door open. You disrespectful little turds. You can't just say that you're gonna buy my son a headset without my permission. I don't agree. And all of us are like, all right, that's fine. You know, if he can't have one, that's cool. We were telling him that like it's headset or he can't really play in our competitive games because the sound's distracting, you know? And obviously she's kind of sitting there. She's like, wait, what do you mean if he doesn't get a headset, he can't be playing competitively with you guys? And we're like, yeah, like that's kind of what we decided. And she's like, you are gonna kick my son off of this team because of the fact that he can't have a headset. What would your parents think about this? You should be so ashamed. What is wrong with you? Not ever in my life have I ever been treated with such disrespect. Just going off, man. Keep in mind, like we were going to 100% buy him a headset. We had just reached the point where like this situation was getting annoying, bro. We were having to do this 2 or 3 times every time we had to play with him. It was just not fun. So I decided to like tell her what was up, which was a bad idea. And I'm like, listen, we love hanging out with your kid, bro. He's lit. He's our friend. Everything is fun. We are all friends. You know, he is one of our best friends. We play video games a lot together. You know that. You know that because you're always sitting outside interrupting us all the time, every single day. You know, you're spying on us all the time, interrupting us, and it's hard to play with like just in the back of my mind knowing that if I say anything wrong or anyone gets too excited, we're gonna get yelled at. Because that's our issue, dude. Imagine you got some money on the line and you're like in a 1v3 trying to focus, and then you just hear someone screaming into your ear about how you're too excited. And on top of that, the speaker is repeating all the game volume. So like, and it's with a slight delay. So you're hearing something, then hearing it again, then someone's yelling at you. It just sucked. Like it was just not something that was very fun to do. You know, obviously we hoped that he was able to wear a headset and stay on our team, but we were just like, dude, I can't be screamed at by your mom every day. Obviously, you know, she's not having any of that, and she's just now convinced herself that we just hate her kid. You know, she started saying that we only wanted to get him a headset so we could bully him without her listening, which is just the most out there thing I've ever heard, dude. Like if I wanted to just make fun of him, then I just would have, you know, no offense. But what, you think me and my friends are out here like so afraid of you that we're gonna buy your kid a headset to make fun of him? First, that's like evil, bro. I'm not Satan. Also, on top of it, not once have I ever been trash talking someone and they're like, hey man, my mom's listening to this, and I haven't gone, okay, cool, dude. Like, could you imagine getting in an argument with someone on Xbox and they're like, dude, I'm about to unplug my headset and my mom is gonna hear what you're gonna say. All right, dude, go for it. I don't care. You know, maybe I'm crazy, but like if your mom hops into an Xbox argument for you, you just lose. Like it doesn't even matter. Your mom could be the most eloquent debater of all time. If your parent, mom, dad, grandparent, anyone hops onto the Xbox microphone to fight for you, it's an L. It just doesn't matter. Like it could literally be the world's greatest lawyer. You still lose. I would have just been arguing with both of them if that were the case. You know, like I said, we really liked our teammate, but this was just not a good vibe, especially when she's screaming at us for like offering to buy him a headset to just fix this problem. You know, we realized the problem, we thought of the solution. Anyways, at that point, she just starts going on this rant. I'm not too sure what it was about how like, you know, something about how she's the gaming police and she's gonna convict me of like headset tampering or something. And I'm like, what headset tampering, gaming police? Like, what are you talking about, you know? And I just start laughing because I've never been told that the gaming police are going to arrest me for headset tampering. I've never heard of that. And she's like, you think it's funny? You'll see. You'll all see. Sounding like just a straight up evil villain, and then like leaves the party. And so we're all sitting there, you know, and we're like, that did not go as smoothly as we wanted, you know, and we're talking about how much it's going to suck to not play with our friend. But pretty quickly, we start making fun of the gamer police because we just thought it was funny, dude. Like, we just really had no clue what that even meant. And she had said it in a way that, like, she thought it was going to really intimidate us. You know what I mean? Like, she said, the gaming police, and then, like, paused as if we were going to be like, oh, no, you know? It's just was funny. All of a sudden, could you imagine off my, like, little monitor, dude, code just starts flying off the screen and, like, starts to build a digital cop behind me. It's like RoboCop. He just arrests me for talking too much trash to my friend's mom on Xbox. Like, I'm not really sure what the gaming police is, dude. So we're kind of making fun of it, trying to figure out what it meant. And that's when it is shown to us very quickly exactly what gaming police had meant and what she had meant when she said, oh, you're all going to see and regret it. Because on the microphone, one of my friend's moms walk in and she goes, hey, did you get into a fight with? And she says our friend's name. And he's like, no, why? And she starts to tell him that she had just received a 10-page email from his mom about how, like, all of us in the Xbox party are making fun of him, and you know how basically we have like this bully team on Xbox, and now we're just mean, and we're like, what are you talking about? And obviously she's like, so do you care to explain? And my friend just starts to explain, that's not what happened. Okay, we've been playing for a while, we've been like playing competitively, we've been getting better. This guy doesn't have a headset, so we hear everything twice, and his mom's always coming in and arguing with us. So we were like, hey bro, we really love playing with you, but you can't keep being in our competitive games if this is going to be the situation. We didn't say we were never going to play with him. We didn't say we didn't like him. We didn't say we didn't want to be his friend. Like, what? And his mom goes, so you didn't say you were going to beat him up on Monday? And we're like, what? And apparently she says that, like, at some point in the email, she said that, you know, we had threatened to beat him up on Monday. And as I'm listening to this, my mom walks into my room and she's like, get off the Xbox and come downstairs now. And obviously I know what's about to happen. And I'm not trying to argue, you know, on Xbox. So I just turn off the Xbox and go downstairs. And the entire time I'm walking downstairs, I'm like, dude, she really emailed my mom? Like, over an Xbox argument where I was trying to be nice to my friend. Like, obviously, you know, it sucked, but we were like, dude, we'll literally buy you a headset. Like, this just sucks. We will do anything. Like, imagine losing an argument to some kids on Xbox and you're like, I'm gonna go find their mom's email address. You know, my mom did not know this lady like that. It's not like she had it. So she had gone out of her way to find my mom's email and then write a 10-page email about our Xbox trash talking. Regardless, I get downstairs and my mom starts to lecture me about how, like, I shouldn't be making fun of people for not having technology, and I'm really confused because I'm like, I've never made fun of someone for not having technology. I don't know, man. Like, I just don't really feel like that's something to make fun of. And she's like, well, apparently you were bullying your friend for not having a headset. That's what this email says. And I'm like, we were not bullying him for not having a headset. That's just not what happened. We don't want, like, what? We're gonna play Call of Duty with him. We are going to hang out with him. We're just not going to play competitive games with him because of the headset thing, and we can't hear the game. And, you know, I just kind of fill my mom in on what's happened, you know, because we didn't really care about him not having a headset in a bad way. Like, sure, it's annoying to hear the speaker, but we wanted him to stay. And if anything, we, like, really wanted him to stay because we were like, we'll buy you a headset so you can keep playing competitive with us. It's just too hard. Like, we can't do it, you know? And obviously my mom's like, wait, you know, you and your friends weren't bullying him about not having it. You guys were just, like, saying it would be better, and you guys had even volunteered to get him one just so you guys can keep playing together? And I was like, yes, we did not care at all about him not having a headset. It was annoying, but no one hated him for it. You know, it was just something that sucked. You guys know how it is, dude. Like, if one of your friends lives an hour out of town, right? Like, it's not like you don't want to be his friend, but you'd be like, dude, I just can't hang out every day because I just can't drive an hour there and an hour back. It's nothing against you. You're awesome, but I can see you like once a week, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not a situation where you hate him for it. And at that point, my mom decides to show me the email she had been sent, and it's like this insane list of us bullying him for not having a headset. She had made up up a transcript of like us saying things about him not having a headset that had just literally never happened, you know? And it was really funny because it was just not anything people would say. Like the transcript was like, oh man, do you not have the latest gaming headset technology? You suck. Like nobody talks like that, you know? If anything, she was just kind of bullying her own kid for not having a headset. She wrote a fake transcript and was like flaming this dude in great English. You know, go off, this is your feelings, not mine. I obviously didn't say that like technology and headsets is one of the main things that separates professional gamers for those who simply want to be professional. Like no one talks like that. If I was gonna make fun of someone for not having a headset, which I wouldn't do, I would just be like, oh my god, you don't have a headset. Like I wouldn't, what is this, you know, Shakespeare poem you're writing out here? And on top of it, at the end of the email, she had signed off as like the gamer police. And at that point, I just couldn't take it seriously. I told my mom, I was like, look, you know, I didn't do this. If you're gonna take this email seriously, like there's really nothing I can do, but this is just weird because none of that happened like that. We were not making fun of him for not having a headset. We did not, you know, make fun of him like that at all. Like the transcripts are just weird. And my mom's like, you've never reacted like this when you've done something stupid before, so I have no reason not to believe you. And then, you know, just in the nick of time, the other two moms that like had also been emailed my mom, and they were kind of like, did you guys also get this email? And then they had a phone call and were kind of like, oh, this lady's nuts, and just had sent every person's mom like a transcript of their kids saying bad stuff. You know, like she had just made up like all these different stories, you know? And at that point, our moms are just straight up annoyed. They're like, look, guys, I understand that you want to be friends with this dude, but like you just got to avoid her at all costs. So for the rest of the summer, which wasn't very long, we just like didn't game with him, you know, mainly because we were like, A, if we start to game with him and she hears our voices, she's going to come in and yell at us. And B, our parents were just like, just avoid it for now. Like this is just a train wreck. I don't want to be getting emails about like how you were going to offer to buy someone a headset and then his mom was arguing with you and you gave attitude. They're like, I just don't want to hear about this, right? Like I said, it was summer. So, you know, summer was coming to an end. It was like a couple days, maybe like a week before school ended. Regardless, we just kind of didn't talk to him for a bit. Anyways, we hadn't talked to the dude in 2 days, and he walks up and he's like, listen, my mom said I'm not allowed to play games with you guys anymore. And we're like, obviously that sucks. Is there anything that we can do to like convince your mom that we're okay to game with, you know? Like I said, we didn't want to not play with him. Like at this point, we're like, look, we'll apologize. Like we'll do whatever. Just let us know as long as we get to play again. And he's like, oh, there is one thing, but you guys probably aren't going to want to do it. And we're like, all right, well, what is it, you know? And he's like, his mom said that she will forgive us and let him game with us, but we have to write a 5-page essay to him and her apologizing and saying how what we did was disrespectful and wrong. And then we had to sign a contract saying that we wouldn't bring up him wearing a headset ever again. And we look at him when we say this, and like the look on our face must have been obvious because he immediately is like, yeah, I know, I don't expect you to do that. And all of us are kind of thinking for a second, and we're like, look, dude, we really love playing with you. We love being your friend, but I'm not signing a contract saying I'm never gonna bring up a gaming headset again and writing a 5-page essay so that way you're allowed to play games with me, because like we didn't do anything wrong. You know, we really don't hate, like we don't hate you at all. And he's like, I know you don't. I don't understand. I get why you don't want to do it, but whatever. He wasn't mad at us. He got it. And so we just kind of stopped playing Xbox together. We didn't stop being friends. We were friends at school, like through and through, but it definitely did kill the whole gaming together thing, mainly because like, you know, I'm still not really down to be getting screamed at for just no reason every time I get too excited in a game. And on top of it, dude, that speaker backlash was insane. So we stayed friends with him, but like we just kind of stopped playing games together. I was not writing an essay for it at all. And we had tried to like play with him and not get caught before. His mom caught on and came in screaming at him. So especially after that, we were like, all right, we don't want him to get in trouble. We don't want to get in trouble. So we just kind of stopped playing together. And I will say that like seriously through and through, we didn't not like him. We didn't hate him because he didn't have a headset. We wanted to get him one so we could keep playing on like the competitive team. We just didn't want this to happen. Like obviously we had been trying to avoid this freak out fight because we knew it was a possibility and we just couldn't really avoid it. So that sucked. You know, regardless, be careful out there if you're talking trash anywhere on the internet. You never know when the gaming police might be listening, waiting, ready to pounce, you know? At the slightest passive-aggressive comment, she's ready like Batwoman to email your mom and get you arrested for headset tampering tampering, whatever that is. Like, what is that, bro? Is that opening the speakers and like planting something that gives different sound cues to convince people that they're not going the right direction? Like, what would that even mean? I also just feel like if you're gonna call yourself anything intimidating relating to like policing of gaming, dude, the least intimidating thing you could do is call yourself the gaming police. Like, you think you'd come up with a better name, you know, like cybersecurity entertainment, you know, like entertainment gaming cybersecurity specialist, Federal Bureau of Gaming Management. No, you just went straight up gamer police. Gaming police sounds like a LARP squad of people going around a gaming convention, like trying to arrest people whose cosplay isn't 100% accurate to the true representation. Like that level of cringe, dude. You know, actually, your keyblade's 2 inches too short. You're under arrest. That's the vibe I get from like gaming police, bro. Overall, you know, as crazy as the situation was, I do feel bad for my friend more than anything. Like, it's not his fault that all this went down, but at the same time, bro, I'm not writing a 5-page essay and apologizing for like wanting to be nice. Looking back, I don't know if that was the best move. Maybe I should have written the essay or whatever. Let me know in the comment section if I made the wrong choice. But either way, we were still friends in school. It's not like we never talked again. But, you know. I don't regret getting yelled at every time I get excited at Call of Duty. Regardless, guys, I think that'll do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, I'd appreciate you taking a second to press the like button. Let me know in the comment section down below what you thought. And, of course, subscribe if you're new and turn on notifications. If you really want to help me out, I'll put a link to the intro song down below along with the link to my podcast, The Scuffed Cast, or of course you could use code SCRUBBY at the G Fuel checkout. Couple more things I gotta plug. I do put some of my story times up on Spotify after I post them, so if you want to check that out, link will be in the top of the description. Feel free to go give it a listen. Or you could get yourself some of the coolest merch to ever exist in the history of the planet, which is going to be the link in the bottom of the description. Be sure to go do that. And yeah, on that note, guys, I think that'll do it. Don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.